What's up guys, you're watching India Today Tech. I'm Rahul Sethi, and this video I'm going to unbox the Honor 10 Lite that comes with a water drop style notch and dual cameras at the back. Honor has not launched this smartphone in India yet, so we don't really know the exact pricing, but it has been announced in China at about 1399 yuan, so its price should be approximately under 15,000 rupees. Now we already have smartphones under 15,000 rupees that come with this style of display, that is the Realme 2 Pro, but let's open this one and find out how it looks like, and we'll also take a look at the full specs of this smartphone. So the variant we're going to unbox has 4 GB of RAM and 64 GB of storage. It's sapphire blue color. So this variant is priced at 1699 yuan, which comes out to be about 17,500 rupees in India. So let's pull the phone out of the box and we'll take a look at the design of the phone first. So the phone has a plasticky feel to it. You see it at the back, it looks like glass, but it's actually plastic, very much like the Realme 2 Pro. Although it looks quite shiny, reflects light in a very nice fashion, and the blue color is also quite attractive. But also the frame is fully done in plastic, so you would notice a huge difference compared to the Honor 8X that had metal and glass design. It used metal frame and glass back and felt more premium. This one not so much. Anyways, we'll come back to the phone. Let's pull the other box contents out. You get a SIM ejector tool and a back cover as well bundled with the device. It's a TPU case, foldable one, and attaches to the smartphone quite snug. The volume rocker and the lock button area is jutting out nicely, so it gives you a very good feedback, and you also see that it has been cut out at the top to give it a very nice fit and finish. Anyways, other things in the box include a warranty card and a quick start guide, and there is a micro USB cable which is good in length and quality as well, and there is a travel adapter that has 10 watts of output. Okay, so let's keep aside all the stuff and take a look at the smartphone itself. I'm going to remove the back cover now and we'll take a look at the design once more. So at the top you'll see the phone has a water drop style notch, and it also has an earpiece put between the display and the body itself, and it's put quite neatly. At the back it has a dual camera setup, single LED flash, and the fingerprint scanner. At the bottom you get speaker grill, micro USB port, primary microphone, and the 3.5mm headphone jack. At the top you get the secondary microphone. The SIM tray has a hybrid slot, so you'll see it can take 2 SIM cards or either SIM 1 and a micro SD card for storage expansion. The power button and the lock key are very tactile and have very good feedback. And overall you'll see the design of the smartphone is pretty nice and handy. It's lightweight, it's very ergonomic with curved back. You get a very good hold. Although the feel of the device is not as premium as it looks, but it's very grippy nonetheless, and you get a very comfortable hold on it as well. Now let's take a look at the full specs of Honor 10 Lite. Another part of the design is the display, and you'll see the screen to body ratio on the smartphone is quite nice. The bottom bezel, as you will see, is quite thin, and there are very minimal corner bezels. From the size of it, it doesn't appear to be a 6.2-inch smartphone, not at all. And that is what you're paying for with the Honor 10 Lite. I mean, if you compare it with the Honor 8X that has the same chipset and very similar specifications, you'll see the Honor 10 Lite majorly has a better design, that is a water drop style notch instead of a normal one. The display is smaller, the battery is smaller, and the build quality overall is much more inferior in comparison. Anyways, the interface that phone runs straight out of the box, which is EMUI 9.0.1, which is built on top of Android 9. So this is also one more thing that you get on the Honor 10 Lite. It's the latest interface that you get on phones like the Mate 20 Pro. But I don't see very many changes on this one compared to the Mate 20 Pro. I mean, there are a lot of third-party apps still present on the smartphone, and I really don't like that. But the new interface is much more robust when it comes to AI integration, and you will see App launching is quite smooth on this one, and so is app switching. So that is quite a relief. I mean, it's not only fast like other Honor smartphones, so it's also quite reliable when it comes to interface. So you'll not face many troubles with the Honor's latest EMUI, but it's still a cluttered software. The fingerprint scanner on the phone is also quite fast. I mean, as soon as I put my finger on the fingerprint, it unlocks the smartphone, and you can say it is as fast as what we have seen on Xiaomi smartphones or other good mid-segment smartphones like the Realme 2 Pro and the Asus Zenfone Max Pro M2. The phone also has face unlock, which is also quite fast, and there's also a feature wherein if you pick up the smartphone, if it's kept on the table, it automatically lights up the display and the face recognition will work to open the smartphone. So it's like without pressing any button you can unlock the smartphone, which is also quite nice. The display on the smartphone is sufficiently bright. I see it has good brightness levels for outdoor viewing, and the overall color reproduction is also appearing to be very nice for now. Let's play a video and find out how the color reproduction actually looks like. So the color reproduction on the smartphone is also pretty accurate one. You'll see the blues and the yellows are quite nicely reproduced, and I can see it's a very accurate display in terms of color reproduction. Not like the Honor 8X that had a little saturated colors. So in that regard, it's a nice IPS panel, and I see the viewing angles on this smartphone are also pretty nice. So all I feel it's quite a nice display to have at this price point. Now let's take a look at the cameras on this device. As you will see, they are backed by artificial intelligence, so you can turn it on or off from the button here, and the front camera toggle, as you can see, automatically starts the portrait mode. So it's written portrait here and not front camera or selfie. And you'll also notice that it has several changes that you can do to the photo. So you'll see there are several modes available on the front camera, and there's also stage lighting. So let's check that out and let's see what that does to the photo. So it's very similar to that of the iPhone, changing the background to pitch black, but as you'll see that it's not really that amazing. Anyways, there are other modes as well, so let's try them out. So I like the soft lighting mode that evens out the light in the background and makes you stand out in the selfie. Anyways, if you talk about the normal selfie, you'll see the phone has a very fast shutter, and if you take a look at the amount of details, they're also quite nice. But more importantly, the color production on this one is pretty good, although I won't say the details are amazing. And in this light itself, I see grains in the photo, but it's quite natural looking, and it's quite a good mixture of beautification and capturing the real scene. So the front camera on this one, I think, does a pretty decent job. Lastly, there's also a bokeh mode, which is surprisingly different from the portrait mode, and the selfie you take in this mode blurs the background, of course, although as you'll see the foreground is also blurred a little, but there is good object separation, and you will notice that my face at least is not blurred, which is, I think, it's a nice thing about this device. Now if you talk about the rear camera, you'll see there are not many modes like many of the smartphones we have seen. It's just photo, portrait and videos, so it's not really making the interface very complicated when it comes to camera, which is quite nice. But let's also take a look at the quality of images the phone takes. Also, the autofocus on the phone, as you'll see, is not very fast, but it takes a very crisp shot when it is able to keep the object in focus. The object outlines are pretty sharp, and also the color reproduction is pretty close to the accurate ones. I mean, I like the kind of color capture the phone does from the rear camera, but again, the details are not very impressive, and I'm very skeptical of what this camera will do in low light situations. Here are a few samples taken in low light situations for your reference. So this is the Honor X Lite, guys. Looks quite impressive apart from the interface, which is still cluttered. But we are yet to see the performance also on this device, because we have seen a lot of smartphones in this price segment to be delivering very good performance, be it the Realme 2 Pro or the Asus Zenfone Max Pro M2, although the interface is also a problem on many of them. So that will be telling you in our full review. So make sure you check that out and subscribe to our channel to get latest videos on technology, smartphones and other gadgets like this. If you have anything to ask about the Honor 10 Lite, please let us know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.